So hello guys, we are live yet with another episode on how to use your Voyagers. First up, I would like to get some feedback if my audio is working, because I had some trouble with OBS audio interface. So if you could just write me in the chat if you can hear me all right, or is it fuzzy, let me know. Okay, so let's start. In today's episode, we are going to take a detour back to when everything was normal and big events and grand openings were still allowed. To take a closer look of how we made a really cool show better with Voyagers. We are going to go over. Oh, nice echo. Yeah, the first thing I asked was if the audio is okay. Yeah, I have some trouble in my OBS. I'm trying to fix that right away. Let's see if this is any better. Is the echo better now? Is the audio good or not? Let me know. Okay, perfect. So I'm using a new computer taken out from the dungeons. I had to dig up something from my home, and actually this is the computer that that was used for editing and color grading movies. Werner Herzog's Queen of the Desert is actually made on this PC, so it has seen desert, it has seen many locations, and let's see how it does today with animating Voyagers. I'm sure the audio was just my misstep. So where was I? We are going to take a look of a grand opening that we helped to make. Voyagers were used there for lighting, for real, how to say it, real-time event. So this episode should be interesting for you if you are doing live event with Voyagers. Of course, also you can use this for making movies, filming. I'm thinking it's especially good technique for example music videos, or when you want to use Voyagers as a practical light, as this is a really cool way to make animations for your lamp. But let's start with actually seeing what I am talking about. So I actually, firstly, it might be a good idea to show you guys the actual video of the event itself. So I'll just add it here really quickly. Yep. Let's add this. So So here it is. This was an opening ceremony of a university here in Estonia. And here it is a bit dark. You can see about 42 Voyagers or something like that. We actually had over 60 on set, but not all of them was used. So I'll just show you some clips of it, so you can see what I am actually talking about. So you can see that we have this dancing going on, and we have over 42 Voyagers animating at the same time. Let's see a better place, maybe with some more lighting adjustments. What's interesting about this is that we were actually doing pixel per pixel animation on Voyagers. And if you have over 40 fixtures doing pixel by pixel animations, if you know anything about DMX, that's a lot of universes. We have 84 separately controllable pixels on 4-foot Voyagers. These Voyagers in the video here are the 4-foot ones, and each of the pixel of the Voyager is changing, and they're doing it all in sync. And we did this without using any DMX at all. It was so easy to set up, it was easy to control. I had actually a live event director there giving me feedback as I was doing the effects. So what did I use to do this? Just wanted to showcase to you one more clip here. Let's see if I can find it from here. Yeah, right here. Here once more you can see that it is actually live. The lights are actually reacting to what persons are doing on the stage, and here you can see really the pixel per pixel animation paying off. You have this cool sword effect as he takes the Voyager to his hand and then breaks the so-called line. It was actually a building opening, and it was a really cool effect to make. So how did I do it without any DMX? I only used one computer and one Wi-Fi router. So a really cheap way to use so many light fixtures at one time. For this I used pixel mapping or video mapping. It's a technique that we have always kind of commercialized about Voyagers. So this was kind of project for us to actually see if this workflow works, and it worked really well. We controlled almost 70 Voyagers live, and to our knowledge there is no limit. I think we have connected over 100 at one time to one network router, and it has been operational without any problems. Of course, you have to remember how many Voyagers you can connect to your router, as a specific router can only give out so many IPs. But I'm once again going a little away from the subject. What did I use to create this, and how did I do it? How did I make it live? So I used video mapping and I used After Effects. Maybe I'll give you some information before I'm actually going into this. So basically, Voyagers are using video to make effects, lighting effects. So I'm making actually the video or the effects live from After Effects. You don't have to use After Effects. You can use any VJ app. For example, there are shaders there that are more easily controlled. After Effects just gives you multiple endless possible solutions on how to edit video. You can use, I'm not sure that DaVinci Resolve actually right now supports Spout or Siphon. I'm getting to what these are in a moment. But you can use a lot of different video editing software. So what is the Spout and Siphon that I was talking about? So what's happening when we are doing the video animation live to the Voyagers? It's actually better now if I'm actually going into this and showing to some. So here I have my After Effects composition. Actually, this is the same composition that was used for the video that I just showed you guys. So I can play it back here, and you can actually see how this effect looked like when I was building it in After Effects. I have keyframes in here, so you can put keyframes in After Effects. So you can see if I push 2 on my keyboard, my playhead jumps to the right position. I press 3, now I'm here. So I'm going to keyframe number 2, and give me one moment, guys. I'll also put the auto view into this OBS window. Okay. Let's go back to here, and let's go back a few seconds. Yep, about here. It won't line up perfectly right now, but you'll get the idea. So make this smaller. Right about, let's put it here. So let's push play here. Let's push play on the After Effects. So yeah, okay. Sorry guys, let's go a bit backwards. Okay, right about here. So basically what you can see here is that his sword is lighting up, and then this stripe down here in the After Effects are the Voyagers that are lighting off, and then you have this mayhem on the lights. So this is what was happening in my After Effects window. So the question is, how do you get this After Effects live feed onto your Voyagers, right? To actually make this live. What I have kind of found out is that After Effects is pretty good for sorry guys, now let's where's my OBS? Right here. Don't need this anymore. After Effects is really good for this kind of project, as it gave me a lot of options to choose from. You saw right now that I was using keyframes, so I could actually time it to movement of whoever was doing the sword things and so on. So you have these keyframes in there, and you have so many more options than just using shaders, for example, matte mapper. You can kind of custom tailor everything. I'm not sure that I could have used something else for this project. I think I could, but I knew how to do After Effects. So if you knew how to do any other video program, it might best suit for you. Really cool way to do lighting animation, as I didn't have to know any TMX programming. Now to actually build we built the effect right now in the After Effects. We have it. How to get it on Voyagers? Let's see if I can add a Voyager window. I had trouble before that the OBS was not, for some reason, capturing existing video from our Voyager controller. Okay, we have actually something right now. Let's see. Can we get it in here? Is it something to do with resolution? It's weird. Yeah, it's not really working. Yeah, I have a weird bug with OBS that our Windows Voyager controller build for some reason does not show up on the OBS. Let's see if I can somehow fix this error. What's going on here? I close it. Yep, I'm just open it again, guys. One moment. Okay, we have something. Let's see how it. Yeah, and when it goes to Unity screen, it's complete darkness. That's pretty not awesome. If I full screen it, does this help anything? No, it does not. Yeah, nothing. Okay then. Sorry guys, I'll put this to work right away. So, because of this bug, I can't really showcase it to you right now, but I can actually do it from the Voyager Commander, and you can follow it. We'll do this again when I can show you the actual screen. It's a fault in the OBS. I don't know what it is. It just can't capture our Voyager controller. Maybe it is because our Voyager controller is built on Unity and it has trouble capturing Unity's window. I have no idea. Basically what I am doing, so I'll try to best describe it to you right now using these two Voyagers. If you are running the same setup, you can follow. If you are not, then you can maybe rewatch this live. This will be up on our YouTube, and follow these steps that I'm best describing you right now. I'm opening my Voyager Commander application, of course. And here I have my two Voyagers already in the application window. Make the window a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's a bummer, guys. Oh, I have this still here. I'll take it off. It's a bummer, guys, that I can't show the Voyager Commander right now to you guys, but I'm trying to best explain this. And we'll go. We'll take this. Okay. Okay, so I have this lamp. I'll showcase it to you on this one. I'll select the lamp. I'll go to Workspace, Set Effects, and here you have the effects menu. It is in our application. You can use fire, gradient, horizontal chaser, and so on. For example, I'll use a fire right now on this lamp. You can see the fire video actually playing on this. So a thing to remember is that thing to remember is that you can use the live video mapping technique using Windows or Mac OS computers, as you need video software for this, where you are sending the video live to the Voyagers. There are not so many. Just turned off my lamps here, turn them back on, sorry. There are not so many good video compositing programs right now for handheld devices. If there will be in the future, we will support them. Also, screen sharing between multiple apps on handheld devices is not also supported, so we can't do anything about that. If you want to do this technique, you will have to use OS computer, Mac computer, or Windows computer. You can get the Voyager controller for both computer platforms from our webpage. So go to digitalspotnik.com, from their support, and you can download them from there. You also need, if you're using a Windows, a Spout plugin for After Effects, or if you're using Mac OS, a Siphon plugin for After Effects. If you want to use some other video compositing tools besides After Effects, Spout and Siphon most probably are also supported from them. So what is Spout or Siphon? Basically, it's an application that extends the video screen of the After Effects, in my case, to our application. So it's a plugin that we support, and After Effects also support this. So this means that we can share screens between two applications. Which one? This one, yeah. So I have my both lamps here, and sorry guys, one of the lamps is not updated, and it's not updating like this. Let's use this one. So I have my lamps here, and so I was previously saying I'll go to Set Effects, and I'm not selecting any preset that we have made. There is also an option here called Spout Stream. If you're running on Mac OS, there is an option of Siphon Stream. So I'll select the Spout Stream version for me, as I'm using Windows. Now I already, as you saw, my lamps changed color. They are already taking feed from After Effects. So actually I'll share After Effects screen also, add existing After Effects right here. I'll make it smaller. So here you can see that we have mapped our Voyagers on the After Effects window. Can't right now show you the Voyager Commander screen because of the OBS error, but you can try it out for yourself. It's really easy. Go to Set Effects, choose Spout, and then you will have this preview screen that we have here in After Effects as background in our Voyager Commander application. Everything from there is the same. You can map your Voyagers on the video as you like. So right now I'll go to my After Effects here, and let's start playing it. So you can see that everything that I'm doing right now in After Effects is actually live played back on the Voyagers without any input lag. So they are mapped on the red part right now. So you can see that they are doing this. What is cool about this is that I can really easily change. I can really easily change the composition to my liking. Sorry guys, what's going on? I can open this here and for example change the opacity of this and so on. I can change the color of I can change the color, the position of this this red solid in my After Effects composition, and you can see it is actually live changing on the Voyagers also. So if you think about all of the possibilities that this gives you when animating your lights, you can do really minute detail changes, as we have a lot of pixels on the Voyagers, and you don't have to set up DMX. You don't have to have DMX gear. Usually, if you have more universes, you need to pay for more to control them. Using our application, we have used up to 90 Voyagers, even more, without any trouble. You just map them out on our application, and I did the background using After Effects, and you can play it back live. You can do keyframes for yourself. Really, really cool way to use your Voyager. So here I have a cool fade to red. Next keyframe is here. Here I had them turning off, and I have this kind of just party going on in the end. To show you some more examples, I have this here. So another really simple effect that I made. I have looped my composition, so it just plays from start to finish, and it's really easy to do when using what I did to make some of these effects. I just used, oh sorry, I have some files missing here. To use these effects, I just used expressions in After Effects. So expression is a really easy way to make effects. You just write random piece of code like ran 6090, so it just randomly does something with the solids that you have created in After Effects, and sometimes sometimes it's really cool that comes out from this, and you can also tweak it afterwards to your liking. You can change the color from hue and saturations, so on, and so on. So you have really endless possibilities here. Let's see, do I have something else cool going on here? Let's see this one. So am I using actually expressions anywhere here that I can show a case to you guys? Not sure. Oh yeah, this is an effect made with expressions. So I just really easily change the position, randomize the position of these yellow balls here. So because of my background, I can't really see the effect right now. So if I want to see the effect, I can just turn my background off. And now you can see the effect a lot better. I turn the background off, I don't like it, I can turn the background back on. So really easy way to make effects. And this is how we managed to do the whole live show. I was not actually playing it back from lamps. Of course, in an ideal world, take the After Effects off here right now. Where's my OBS? Right here. So in an ideal world, of course, you would like to upload the video to lamps. This is actually what we are offering, that you make an animation, a video, you upload it to lamps, and you never have an issue. If your controller loses connection, you can simply, nothing happens, the effect is played on your lamp as the video is uploaded there. But we wanted to test if actually running live using our application is also a feasible way to work, to do, for example, this kind of live show. We had to do this live, played back from After Effects Live, because we had people that we had to sync with, meaning that if I just play the video back from the Voyagers, it's not with sync with somebody. In the future, we will also have this kind of playhead and actually a whole compositing in our application itself, so you can do keyframes from there. This is better way to work actually, because then you don't need to transfer so much data between lamps. We sent video to each lamp live. Actually, it would have been better to upload the video and then play it back from, but as we had to do the syncing thing, we're going to do that. So we played around it. I'm sure that when you are on the field, when you have made some videos, did some lighting assignments, things have gone wrong, you had to reorganize, you had to find a way how to make it work. And we taught ourselves and came up with this plan that, okay, let's try to do it live. Let's play it back from After Effects, let's sync it up with keyframes. This is how we did it. You can find your own workflow that works best for you. Maybe I can also show you a few clips from Premiere, PTS video. So let's see, window capture. Where is Premiere? Here we go. Just really quickly scroll through of what was going on and how it actually took place. So this is how we started. So we divided Voyagers into groups. Director was there, and we actually figured out which Voyager does what. So from there, we knew where to map them on the video and what the video under the should have looked like. So this was kind of the first, just setting it up on the floor. As you can see, we had a lot of Voyagers here. Just used whatever works, guys. We used, I think it was a stroller taken from a shop, full of Voyagers. We actually color painted them. First group was green, other group was red, third group was blue, to actually make sense of where the lamps were going. Because as they are mapped in our video, each lamp has a specific position that you have to keep in mind. So this is something that you do also in movie industry. If you go and see rigged lamps, you can see a sticker under, fixture 4, and then DMX address right next to it. Kind of the same logic has to be remembered when you're mapping them out on the video to actually position them in real life scenario as well. So here we had the stage. Voyagers were actually used also by the dancers, and it's cool that we tested with short ones and with the long ones, and they figured that short ones were better for them, as they wanted to keep their balance also when dancing. We used short ones and long ones. It doesn't really matter. The video streaming is supported for both of them, of course. So And this is actually my setup here. Let's zoom a little bit closer. Oh yeah. Scale. So you can really see how relatively simple my setup is. I have a backup computer here on the right. I actually was not using the MacBook there, but it's always good to have a backup, right? Maybe, I don't know, After Effects freezes, so on and so on. So actually I was using this iMac Pro here, and on the side here, do you guys see the same picture? Yeah, on the side here you can see the Linksys router. Sorry about the shitty quality. This was all of the gear that I was using besides Voyagers. One computer and one external Wi-Fi router. Everything that I needed. I didn't need any more equipment. So I had my After Effects running on my iMac, doing videos there. I had my Voyager controller out, and I had my over plus 60 Voyagers connected to my external router. I was using an ordinary Linksys 5 GHz router, and this was it. No more equipment needed. I'm actually using After Effects here right now. I don't know if you guys can make it out. I was wondering at that moment, as I was doing it live with director over my shoulder saying what he wants, I was wondering if I can maybe use After Effects, Map Mapper shaders, but soon I realized that they were not going to cut it because he wanted 2 minute detail changes. So from there I just went After Effects and plowed right through it. Let's actually go back on the scale. Yeah, nothing really as much to show here. We just taped the router up later, and this is how we did it. We had about 2 days to rehearsal this, and of course we met up with the director before. He had some ideas that he already knew that he wanted to do, so I could actually work. Let's go back to the main. So I could actually work on the effects prior to the show itself. So the director had already a notion of what he wanted to do. So I went After Effects a day before, did a comp there. I kind of knew what I had to do. I did it. Went there the next day, played it on the Voyagers. He said, "I don't. This is too fast. Let's change this color." And we built on this. So I couldn't have done this on Brandon May. I couldn't have done this especially like this on Map Mapper, because I just don't have the knowledge. If you have knowledge about Brandon May, great, you can do it there. I had knowledge about video editing, about doing video effects on After Effects. Not a lot of knowledge on this, but I got it done. I was petrified the first time they asked me to do this because I haven't done it before. I haven't really done big lighting for shows, for movies, but I pulled it off with my After Effects knowledge. And you can also take this knowledge, take this kind of workflow, and put it to good use on also movie sets, or I don't know, music video sets, or whatever it is, DJing, whatever you want to do. You can use VJ apps. You don't have to use After Effects. There's so many endless possibilities when using video mapping and video streaming live from an application onto the Voyagers. So this was kind of what I wanted to talk about today. A bummer that I couldn't show you the Voyager Commander screen. It's really easy from there set effects, and click on Spout or click on Siphon if you're running Mac OS. And please remember that you have to have Siphon and Spout installed for the program that you are using also. So the Spout and the Siphon is not, it's a plugin that we used, it's not developed by us. Check if your video editing software that you want to use actually supports it. And if it does, you can actually send the image from the video editing software without rendering it out straight live to our application. Opens up really endless amount of possibilities on how to do these effects. We did it live. Of course, you can also render out the video and upload to the Voyagers. In this way, you will not have any kind of playback errors. We didn't have any playing live, but you might have, as you know, things that are connected by Wi-Fi that are wireless might have some interference if you're doing movie set. There's a lot of interference from other guys. So in this case, you would want to actually render out the video and upload it to lamps. But also, if you're using the live feed before, you can really quickly and fastly see how the effect looks on the lamp, then render it out, then upload it. So I'm usually also using it a lot just to test out the effect before I am rendering it out and sending to lamps. So really quickly going over your questions if you have any. Video capture feed from another source as a video in stream. Yes, I am using a real camera and a capture card right now. Kind of the same setup that I had before. Didn't have a lot of time to make a cool setup today. Next time I will have. I had to I got myself a new old computer that I had to kind of build up and install everything. I actually put in there Decklink video capture cards that you were asking about, and I'm using just my regular home user DSLR connected to it. This is also the way that you could send video from a camera to our application using video capture card. Let's see, I had one more here, so I can actually showcase it to you. Where did I put it? Yep, so here it is. I'm using Decklink 3D capture cards with 4 SDI outputs and 2 HDMI inputs right now, but you don't have to use it. Of course, kind of cheaper way would be to use it's a Blackmagic Ursa Mini. Sorry, don't have anything to pull focus right now. You can go to Blackmagic website and check them out. Using these, you can just send your video input to your computer, and from your computer you can send the live video output to our application. Of course, a cool way to just make a party trick or use once again in live shows or something like this. Let's go over some more questions. Currently I'm using Spout. I'm just using Spout as a plugin from After Effects to Voyager Commander. This is because I'm running Windows. If you're running Mac OS, use Siphon. Just Google Spout plugin for Windows or Siphon plugin for Mac application. You will find the SDKs right away. Maybe I can also link the download links in the description of this live. Yeah. In the future you can use phone tablet camera for a live stream. It's a cool trick to showcase. I have personally not find it so useful on the set. There I would like to use After Effects or something else that we actually went over today. But of course, in the future it will be an option to do this also. Right now, what you can do is just take a video with your phone and quickly upload it to our application and play it back from there. You can actually take a video and upload it right away. You can use After Effects CC if you're still listening, whoever used it. I'm using After Effects CC. There's no reason why. I think kind of every version. I'm not sure every version. I have used, I think, also After Effects 2018 works fine. Right now I'm using the latest release. So CS6 might also work. Try it out. How do you upload a video to Lampsy? There a tutorial on the site. Actually, good question. I'll just go over it right away from the Voyager Commander. Once again, I can't really showcase it to you right now. You just go. You just go set effects, and from there should be an import video option. I'm just opening right now so I wouldn't actually confuse terminology. One moment. So I added my lamp in here, set effects, and add new video is under there. And from add new video, if you're using computer, an explorer pops up that you can use and select your video. Or if you're on a phone, the device folder with photos pops up. You should be able to use your phone's video and still frames. We support MP4 right now. We don't support GIFs. Some people have a question about them. We will in the future. Right now we just use the most basic format. And was there something else? Yep, the lens feed plugin for After Effects. Yes, so Benjamin Gaskell already kind of answered this there, that you can use another plugin to send video straight to After Effects, and then Spout plugin to kind of output the video from After Effects that you are sending in via a camera from there. Of course, there are other possibilities, other programs that work. Just Google and find out what works for you. If you have a capture card, it doesn't have to be a Blackmagic one. It can be a really simple one, straight video to USB. I have seen a couple of dongles. These work as well. We are in the search of what is the most easiest and simpler way to create these cool working environments that actually give you more freedom on the set or whatever you're doing. So there's a lot of options, and this is something that I used. You might use something different, whatever works for you. Of course, if you created something awesome, let us know. Tag us on Instagram if you're doing, for example, a video stream yourself, and let us know what you came up with. So go visit our webpage if you want some more information. Under support there, we have videos and also information about Voyagers. And we also overhauled our webpage. So if you visit it, if you haven't visited it in a while, you might see some new things. The design is changed. You should still find what you are looking for. We're also opening our web store by the end of the next week, so keep an eye on that also. How would you control the playback? So I can actually show it from the phone, I'm pretty sure. So as I said, I can't show it because of the OBS. I can't show it right now. So let's see. Where do I get the lens in focus? Yes. So I have my Voyager right here. If I would want to set an effect on it, I'll go to my workspace menu, set effect, and I can use, for example, horizontal chaser on here. It's actually this one right now. I'll bring it into the frame, and right now we don't have like a physical playthrough that you can kind of control the playhead, but we have this menu under here that you can use pause if you want to pause your effect. Let's say there's somebody moving in the frame and then he stops and then he starts moving again. You can use this if you want to. If they say okay stop, you can use stop, and this kind of starts the playhead from the beginning. So if I hit play right now again, then you can see that video is played from the start. We also have global dimmer here. Cool thing to have. When for example during shooting, TP says to you everything dark, turn everything off, then just go to your global settings. You don't have to select all your lamps, just go to global settings, turn it to 0. Everything that is connected at this time turns off. So I'm really using this as a just kind of global feature. So if I have Voyagers with different colors and I want to change the density of all of them, it's easier to use global dimmer, so you won't have to go to each one and do the intensity separately. So that is all for me now. I wanted to do a 45 minutes one this time, still went to an hour as I was answering questions at the end. Not sure yet. Okay, my focus is out of hand. Okay, this is better a little bit. So not sure yet what the next episode will be about. Maybe we'll dwell back into doing a simpler way of changing out your background with an artificial background as we did before, but without Unreal Engine, only using a video out and using the same video on the lights to match these two words really neatly. As we are doing video mapping, this is kind of logical way of doing things. Also using the video that you're using for your backdrop to use to animate your lights. Just finding an easier solution for this one. Let's see. I'm also just doing things that are interesting for me between these four walls that I am right now. Just trying to find ways to make streaming or whatever you're doing at home, if you're doing video work, to make it more interesting. So I think we'll be doing this again next week. Stay in touch, stay in tune. I will also find a way how to get OBS working with our Voyager commander, so I can show you the video feed from there also. I hope that you learned something. I did, as each time I'm doing this. Yeah, play with Voyagers. If you want to get some Voyagers, as I said, we're opening our web store by the beginning of this week. Yeah, stay in touch, and if you have any questions, let us know on our socials. Also, if you want to know what the if you have some suggestions on what these episodes should be about, maybe if we have a lot of questions about some topic, I will do a whole episode about only this. So yeah, um, um, so yeah, that's it. Have a great can I say have a great weekend already? It's Wednesday, not quite, but almost. So have a great end of the week, I guess, and we'll see you next week. It has been a pleasure. Bye.